Hey, hello, number one. How are you? Number two, three, four, five. How is everybody? Just woke up, well, about an hour ago from a nap, which is not good for me. It screws up my sleep cycle, but I was pretty tired. But I am up. So I was just thinking today, like let's just have a talk, about what we think about what has been dubbed. I'm good, Sully. How are you? Hi, Lucky. What we have dubbed the word E Beggar. And again, as many words are thrown around on the internet, people try to, make it sound like you know, a derogatory um, label, but it is what it is. You can call it panhandling, internet panhandling, um, just about your bedtime. Oh, don't go to bed. No, go. It's okay. Hi, Beth. So I just thought we could talk about it. I don't have the answers. I was just something I was thinking about, and what I was thinking about is it a help or a hindrance to support somebody, and for how long? And it's that saying, do you give a man a fish or do you teach them to fish? E Beggar makes me think of panhandling with a cardboard sign. Mm. Well, that's what it is. You see a panhandle in the street with a sign, they're asking for money. I studied sociology. This is an interesting topic. Yeah. So, since the internet, well, I would say recently, I don't know when this, I can see Super Chat and, um, working, donations toward a channel. And if someone, yeah, is having a hard time with an emergency, okay, those things do happen. But to, depend on donations to support your way of living, and I'm not talking about someone out there who's living extravagantly, but any kind of living, if someone just can't pay their bills and this is an ongoing issue, part of their lifestyle, is it, are we helping that person or are we hindering them? And what would we have done before internet? you know what would people do before internet when they ran into problems paying their bills? I don't think people should spend on YouTube for a living. No, I don't either. I don't either. Hi, Blaze. How are you? And don't get me wrong, things do come up and people have helped me, and I'm incredibly grateful. But I think to, you know, depend on it, like Beth said, as part of your living, as part of your income. Um, I, I really believe it's a hindrance. And people say, well, not your business. But, it does become our business when it becomes something that's happening in our society, how trends are going. Um, and do we want, I feel if we really want to help people, then why not lead them in the right direction? Whether that be, a job or social services. Um, YouTube enables models of collusion that affects politics. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think you should be sued for providing scammers a storefront venue. Well, it's actually legal to to e-beg. It is legal, but morally, I mean, as I said, is it about helping that person or creating a hindrance? Lucky Lou. Yeah, it doesn't sit that right with me. You have to save for a rainy day. That is true. Some people can't, though. Some people can't. Circumstances come up. But what would you do? Like, let's pretend there was no internet, okay? What would you do if you were in a situation where you could no longer pay your bills? YouTube even takes 30% off the top of each donation. Hi, Irish. Hey, I tried to text you. I don't know if it's my phone or I don't have do not disturb on, but it seems like after a particular time at night, my texts don't go through. And it's frustrating. I wanted to share something with you. We must protect the kids and others who can't so easily protect themselves. What does a creator have to do to make a channel pay for itself? What does a creator have to do to make a channel pay for? I'm not sure I understand. Okay. Yeah, all right, Irish gal. I've been napping. And then I don't know, if I call anyone, if it's too late or if they're sleeping, get a second job. Yeah. Blaze probably ads. Well, yeah, I mean, you can build a channel up, but yeah, you can build a channel up. Like I don't depend on my channel to pay my bills. Nor do I depend on it. I don't even put it in my budget, you know, because it differs. It differs. And I'm not a big channel. And I just never wanted, I would never make a channel as, okay, well, I need the income because that changes month to month. You can make a few $100s one month, depending on donations, because they include donations. AdSense, it's so many views, you get cents for so many views. I mean, it's really nothing that you can truly depend on. Okay, a channel requires production of content created to acquire subscribers and donations. I think it's a hobby for most. So let me share something with you. Years ago, when my daughter got sick, she was in a really bad car accident. And it was, we nearly lost her. And she was in physical rehab. It took a while for her to learn to walk again. She was temporarily paralyzed from the waist down for quite a while, while she was in rehab. And I had no choice, to leave work. And here I was with nothing. No second income, nothing. And when push came to shove, what I did was I took a skill, a craft of mine, which was making organic soaps, and turned it into a business. And it worked. I mean, it wasn't, it didn't put us on easy street, but I did what I needed to do to support my family. Yeah, it was at car. It was a tough time. And you know what? I just said, okay, I can't depend on people. I can't, and it's a horrible way to live, knowing that the bills still come in, and it's like, is someone going to loan me money? Is someone going to give me money? It's a horrible stress to have to carry around. So I was scared. Was I confident about this? No, I had no clue how this would go. And I reached out to my friends and basically told them I'm starting a business. I didn't ask, you have to buy organic soaps, or, if you're interested, I created a page on Facebook. Um, and and it went off from there. It went well. It went well. And it was tough. It was tough. It was just me doing this. And but you do what you need to do to make sure those bills come in. And this was month to month. Like, this wasn't like, okay, this month I knew I was going to be out of work for a while. You just ate your last pack of noodles. Yeah, I could be rich if I wanted to, though. Through find money is a possibility of one of the worst things our species ever created, right? Right. But how far would you go? Put yourself in that situation when you cannot pay your bills month to month. Okay, I'm not talking like an emergency where 1 month, even 2 months, things happen. Emergencies do come up. I understand that. But to depend on it as to support somebody's lifestyle, to support their month, their bills. Gonna hit the store to get more groceries, down my neck tomorrow. To make enough off AdSense like they used to get products like Mummy Ramblings. I've never seen over 1,000 in a stream on a big case. I look at it too as insulting, as we as a society. I personally could not do it. I have been in desperate situations. It's like, okay, what's wrong with our system, our society, where people feel that this is the route they need to go? Has the government or the system really failed us? Are there ways out of this? I believe there are. I've worked in healthcare for a very long time. People don't have to be kicked out on the streets. People can do things to change their lifestyle, which means sacrifice. For example, if you're living demographically in an area that's expensive, you make arrangements to maybe go where the cost of living is less expensive. There are things that you can do. I've been in a very bad situation. There's always a way. Yeah, there is. There is, Lucky Lou. But you've got to be willing to try. You've got to be willing, to want that, to say, you know what, I am not going to fall victim to, whether how angry you are, the government doesn't do this, they don't help, the rent's too high, this is too high, that. You can't start blaming. You need to get out there and do what is needed to be done, especially if you have children. We tend to smile and wave at limos that pass us by. Let me just put the link up if anyone wants to come up and talk about it. There it is. The homeless get charged for loitering. I think the homeless ought to have to pull a permit to panhandle. And I think the same on the internet. If you're going to, panhandle on the internet, then you need to pull a permit. Call me crazy, but, that should come with a price too. Would be mortified to E Beggar, would rather do without. Yeah, I would always live below my means and never been a big spender. Halliday. Hi, Halliday. I have a friend who's homeless right now. Girl's kicking ass to improve her situation. Walks 3 hours to her new job every morning to provide for her family. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about people who claim that they can't walk? Maybe they have a back problem. I was driven. I figured it out. Humbling stuff. Yeah, it is. It is. It is humbling. And people like that, Halliday, I find are the ones who, first of all, how do I say it? They're so humbled that they won't even let, it's like integrity. Integrity is like, real integrity is like doing good, doing good things or being a good person when no one's looking. That kind of like, you know what? I refuse to, go out and just cry out to the world that I'm going to do this, no matter what it takes. That motherly instinct. Yeah. I've been up and down, worked very hard to put my kids through college and save for retirement. Always saved any penny, never wasted a penny. That's right. Halliday, I have friends on disability too. So, what does someone do between their disability and whether they have a job or not, and it's not making ends meet? That they're looking at their budget and they realize that their budget is not enough. Like what they're making is not enough to support their their bills, their mortgage, or their rent. What would you do? And I'm asking because, it's always interesting to get other people's perspective. Side gigs and cutting corners. Yeah. You know what I used to do too sometimes is especially in the fall, there's a lot of church fairs. If you have a craft, and Halliday, I'm sure you know this, if you have a craft, you rent a table. You rent a table and you can make some good money doing that. Selling what you make. I used to do it with my soaps. And I put in like a gift basket of soaps, and I'd throw in like a Yankee Candle, like a spa package theme, and I'd raffle it off. But what I would do with those donations is just for the gift basket was I donated it to the Wounded Warriors. But it was something I had on my table. But the sales of my soap, was what I made, what I did to help pay some of my bills. Mm-hmm. Organic soap. I could never make enough. It was just I'd sell out too. I would sell out. Advertising for odd jobs, mow lawns, babysit, paint houses. Yep. Yep. You can be, yeah, babysitting, nanny, um, a companion, for an elderly person. There's a lot that can be done. So I want to start a business making soaps. I've done so much research, but can't pull the trigger. Yeah, I pulled the trigger and it got real big real fast. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't do this. It's too big. I need a friggin' factory. Like, it's like a one-man band. Heck, we could salvage all our oil needs simply by using a plastic cart to scrape the foreheads of oily teenagers. True tech, you crack me up. Pink, you got to become resourceful. Out of college, I had no car when I started my career. Carpooled, paid money, rented a room for a living, 23 years old. Yeah. Yeah. At one point, I needed money. I started a side biz. I also rented a room downstairs until I had money in the car and then found my renter a new home cheap. Yep. Grew up on Monty Python. Hey, nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. I find it sad. I really do. I find it sad. And that there's that, there's that drive in all of us. Most of us, we want to help others, right? But I really think, just month after month, supporting someone, through the internet, it's a hindrance. It is not a help. My nights, I don't know. I guess it's good. I took a nap. I kind of just woke up a while ago. No YouTube bad dream. That is good. That is good. We don't want YouTube dreams. My first apartment was $300, all bills paid. Comedy is medicine. That's right. One time I almost, my kids were young. I almost moved to Florida. Because the cost of living was much, much cheaper. And I'll tell you, that was in the late 90s. I was paying for the 2-family house. I was on the first floor. I was paying, the rents around that time were around $1,000 for a 2-bedroom. I was working. I couldn't qualify. I made too much money, but yet I didn't make enough money to pay everything. I wasn't getting child support at that time, and it was tough. And I almost moved. I was pretty close to almost moving. So what I did was, I was like, and then I got a no-fault eviction because my landlord's quote-unquote brother-in-law needed a place to live. But it was a no-fault eviction, and I'd lived there for a few years, and it was close to my job. I had a babysitter. I had an Irish nanny. I worked second shift. So I had that as a bill. Of course, I had to pay someone to watch my kids. And I went to court to try to extend it, the no-fault eviction, and the judge gave me 2 weeks more of an extension after being given a month notice. And I ended up never thinking, as a single mom, that I could get a mortgage. I never thought about it. And I went, and I was like scared. I'm like, I'm going to end up on the streets, or, I'm certainly could have moved in with my parents. So I went to the bank. I applied for a mortgage, and I got a mortgage. I got pre-approved, and I ended up buying my home, which my mortgage was cheaper than what I was paying for rent. Judges scare me. They'll steal you weed and toss you in a lock cage with steroids. They'll shit that. Yeah, being a single mom is the toughest job. Florida is a slice of paradise in many ways. Pig known on the internet is rich. You can't donate to someone's rent 1 month, how they rent second month, it spirals out of control. Yeah, you cannot depend on the internet. I'm sorry. I'm starting to wake up. You cannot depend on the internet for people to pay your bills month after month after month. You can't. You've got to change your lifestyle. And you might think, you know what, my lifestyle has been changed enough. I've sacrificed so much. You got to keep sacrificing. You got to do what it takes. Period. And reach out to social services. They're available at hospitals. Walk in the ER. You can walk in any ER and say, I need to talk with social services. I need help in either filling out or what's available to me. And there are people out there that can help. I don't know. To me, I don't know. Do I say there's no shame anymore? I couldn't do it. Or is that desperation? Is that someone's desperation or fear of being homeless? Oh, 35 people in here. I better wake up. Jeez. I'm still like in half REM mode here. So anyone who wants to take a link and give us your opinion, you know, a lot of people say it's not e-begging. You can put any name on it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's like a panhandler out on the street with a cardboard sign, except you don't have to leave your home. It's a false sense of security, rely on internet income. Mm-hmm. And this is just, I'm talking about like supporting somebody's like bills month after month. Due to the nature of what I do, I shall remain flying under the wire. What do? Muttley analyzes sidekick is really getting bold with her e-begging. Muttley's my hero. I like your avatar. That's cute. I remember that cartoon. Oh my God. What happened to my wrenches? Irish girl, I just threw you a wrench. Holiday. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Irish. Hi, Lee. Okay, and Beth, whether you like it or not, you're wrenched. If nobody wants to be a wrench, let me know, because I get nervous with a wrench. Lee's here. Lee, we're talking about e-begging or any kind of begging on the internet as a way of supporting someone's lifestyle. And that doesn't mean extravagance, but when somebody, you know, can't pay their bills month to month to month to month to month. As a society, do we support that? Do we give a man a fish or do we teach him to fish? It's an interesting topic. And is there help out there? Can people, you know, who are struggling, does it take sacrificing, more sacrificing? Does it take outreach to government agencies, social services? Mary, my God, I don't. Okay, no one said you did. Bye, Holiday. Good night, honey. I hope everything's okay. True text, studied sociology, criminology, physics, and music. Muttley, please explain. Miss Muttley's comment. Yeah, Muttley, you want a link? I put my link in there. I'm talking about Gloria, and I really used to like her. So why don't you like her anymore? Yes, it is Irish gal. Then she uploads videos where she's constantly is buying crap. She must spend $300 a month in just junk. Do you know that though for a fact? Muttley, I'm just asking. That's all. I'm not putting you on the spot. Oh shit, that's right, Holiday. Yesterday, I didn't even get back to you. Oh my God. Are you coming over Friday to pick up what you need? Because I don't know if I need to be here or I'm so confused. Perhaps one day something I create will help change the world. Wow. Muttley has seen that and doesn't equate buying crap than eBay. I buffer constantly so I can't get on panel, and yes, I actually added it up over 300 a month. Go watch her videos. Mary, Lee's asking, what you gonna watch? Jolene, hi. Oh no, let me copy the link again. People can do what they want. I'm not saying, I'm not bashing those who donate, but this is just a topic of conversation. At what point is it a help or a hindrance to somebody? Do we give a man a fish or do we teach them to fish? That dude from Escape from New York, someone is sick and needs help, I have no problem. Right. She's addicted to Amazon. Every video she does has some sob story about needing money. Then she adds she just bought a new makeup palette or a phone. Yeah, I don't watch all of her videos. I did watch one. Yeah, I did watch one though. And I'm like, I think that maybe we could all be a bigger help to lead her in the right direction. Not everyone is good with finances. Not everyone knows how to budget. Some people may put themselves in a situation where they overextend themselves, like, my job isn't going to pay all my bills every single month. Hey, Pink. Hey, what, Virtual? I think that if you have quality content and your people enjoy your work and you just drop your Patreon or whatever's fine, but when people shamelessly beg, yeah, it's a problem. And, there's a lot of us who work hard and we have sacrificed. And it's not envy. It's not jealousy. It's not, well, why me? Why can't people help me? And not in there helping her. It has nothing to do with that. Trust me, people have helped me throughout my life, at times. But could I depend on that morally every single month? Maybe if my house burnt down and I was on the street and until I got a job, but I'm not going to name names, but there was a YouTuber that I encouraged the other night and was basically saying, if you don't give money, we, the audience, are not fans. Huh? They really rubbed me the wrong. What? Oh, name names. Oh, please name names. Today she uploaded one called My Life. It is a total justification of e-begging. Oh, please name names. And she's willingly cut down her days at work. Dang, more income than you. Oh my God. I don't care how old someone is. There's no. You've got to change your lifestyle. Period. You can't maintain your lifestyle and expect people to support you month after month after month. You can't. It's not illegal, but yeah, it's morally wrong. It's, as a society, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. I have endless amounts of resources that I could give anybody who needed it. Endless amount of resources wherever you are living. It's ridiculous to expect money from people every month. Ugh. I have no words sometimes. The street beggars are networked. Sometimes I'm like, huh? This internet stuff. I don't know. I'm like, am I wrong? Like, did I miss something? Like, when did this become part of our society that, is this acceptable? And why are we sitting back letting this happen when we should be helping these people who obviously cannot help themselves? I'm just fed up. She also makes more than I do. She expects it and says she's just doing it this one time, but it's been the theme of her channel for months. Plus, she has a different sob stories on Facebook. I watched them trade cell phone during change and shift, tax-free, permit-free. Mm-hmm. And if she's watching, she can take a link. I'm willing to help her with resources. People drinking and toking online and begging for money is the same as beggars on the corner with nice clothes on. Yeah. And plus, if I lived in a community, like in a town or a city that was beyond my means financially, bye-bye, pack up. You pack up and you go. You go. You go to where, believe me, in the Northeast, it's very, very expensive here. Very expensive. This is not, if you're struggling, this, of all the places in the entire country, the Northeast, it's like California, it is very, very expensive. So there's my link. Obviously, this woman needs help, right? We can all agree on that. She needs assistance. So we can all agree on that. We can put our heads together, come up with ideas, resources. And is it our business? Of course it's our business. When you put something out on the internet for the public to see, it becomes our business. Okay? What you do behind closed doors obviously is not our business. But when you put it out there in the internet, okay, it becomes our business. So you can't say MYOB or no, it becomes our business. It becomes our problem. She's not willing to help herself if she's cutting down her hours at work and constantly spends money. Why is she cutting her hours down on makeup? About $24 worth of makeup. Do you know I make like Halliday does it too? She went to bed. Halliday makes her own like eyeshadow. You can make in fact, when I was in the analyzers once a few weeks ago, you can literally make your own primer, your face primer with milk of magnesia. And don't laugh. Don't laugh. And it's good. I've done it. You can make your own toothpaste. You can make your own deodorant. There are ways where you can cut your budget. If you're hooked on makeup, there are ways you can literally make your own. Do you know what I use for blush, people? You're going to laugh. Do you know what I use for blush? I use my lipstick. I don't wear blush a lot, but when I do, I use my lipstick. I use my mascara for eyeliner. Just 2 months, she uploaded a video trying on 2 dresses from Amazon that were over $100 each. Oh yeah, that's not good. You see, that's the problem right there. You got to cut. Hi, Aussie, you got to cut your budget. You got to cut your budget. I have to do it where I haven't been working right now. Are you kidding? Beth, she's done that. Yeah, ladies, you want some really good blush? L'Oreal lipstick. You want a facial primer, milk of magnesia in water, okay? And it's good. It's good. Jolene raised 5 kids on her own. Oh my goodness, Jolene, that's tough. There are channels on Facebook, I believe, and YouTube. How to cut corners, how to make deodorants, which is a lot healthier than the deodorant you buy in the stores because there's no carcinogens or dangerous chemicals in them. You can make these things. It's amazing. And it doesn't mean, your life is any less. You're saving money. Face scrub, coconut oil and sugar. Oh my God. See that? Organic soap. Organic soap's what I make. Exfoliants, I make exfoliants. I put them into my soap with apricot seeds, blueberry seeds. Is it a need or a want? That's a good question, Beth. Is it a need or a want? That is an excellent question. Can you start over? BBT, hi, honey. I can't. We're talking about e-begging. And is it, a help or a hindrance when someone's out there wanting anybody or whoever to support their bills month after month after month? I'm not talking about emergencies. God knows I've had emergencies. And God knows that, I've never asked for help, but it was given to me, and I'm so appreciative. But I'm more than appreciative. But when you ask for it month after month, and has that person exhausted all their resources? Have they gone to social services? Have they found out what's available for them, what they can do? If you're living beyond your means and you can't pay your rent, guess what? You need to move. You need to move. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Best way I save money is not to go shopping, have my food delivery from a store. I know, BB, it's okay. I know you're joking, honey. River. I'm glad you're here, River. So, Robbie, do you have any makeup tips on how to save money on makeup? I was just talking. I use my lipstick for blush. I don't wear blush that often. I just got done crying like a baby watching the movie Judy. No. Was it good? Do they learn once asking for help acceptable, doing it as a job horrible? And do you know the internet, if you have a craft, if you make something, if you knit, like me, make soaps, do you know, it's so easy to sell that now. There are sites, eBay or whatever's out there to sell your stuff. People will buy it if they like it. And if you do a good job at it, there you go. I wish she could see it from the outside's view. She doesn't see how bad it looks. Aussie flag, it's awesome. I use organic coconut oil and regular sugar. It's marvelous. I ran out of face scrub and did it. You can, on a pinch, use oatmeal instead. Hold on, it went up. It's sugar. Yeah, and I make oatmeal soap too. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And all these moisturizers people are using, all you need to use is organic soap, 100% glycerin soap, and you will not need a moisturizer. So there you go. You don't have to buy moisturizers. If you use organic soap, you will not even have to buy body lotion. Okay? I have a moisturizer here only because, for whatever. But I don't use it often. I don't use it as my regime at nighttime, in the daytime. As long as I'm using organic soap, I do not need lotions, which are expensive. E-begging is gross, but in my opinion, it's also disgusting to keep profiting of dead family members. I find the more high profile the case accident. Well, I don't know exactly what you're focusing in on, but when you've got a channel and you're getting donations, um, people are donating because of your channel, that's different. So that's different. But I think if you're going to come out and say, covering a story and saying something like, I need money, yeah, that's a problem. But, creators, people going to donate, let them donate. But if you're going to be out there every month saying, got my bills to pay. Yes, they will buy, especially unique things people can do are amazing, like making soap and cooking. Yeah. Aussie, I need new dentures. Anyone want to donate a couple of grand to my new TEF fund? Muttley's feet hurt, got in not in good shape. Scottish Seren, hi. Less is more when it comes to makeup. There you go, Robbie. Less is more. Less is more. Pink Lady, look, I usually keep my mouth shut nowadays. I'm confusing to some. I will stealth mod. Huh? Okay, I thought she said she was trying or had tried. I thought she had started to receive her check. My bad. Please excuse what I said earlier. Yeah, I agree. Feet hurting, not exactly a good reason. There are lots of jobs out there where you don't have to sit on your feet. You can find part-time. In fact, when I was looking for a job, everything was mostly part-time. And I've done a little searching of myself up in particular states, okay, of sit-down jobs, and there's plenty of them out there. And I know people do hire older people. You can call it anything you want if you don't get the job. I've gotten rejected for jobs, but I refuse to believe my age has anything to do with it. No way. If you've got skills or if they need someone, they're going to hire you. Because we're not in the, years ago, like when you work for a company, you expected that company, that was your job for your life. Okay. Companies depended on you. Now companies are like the turnover. They don't look at it long term. Oh, we get this employee, we want them here for 30, 40 years. It doesn't happen anymore. Companies are going to especially hire people that are cheaper than supporting an employee for 30, 35, 40 years when it's more expensive for them. We've seen that transition. I'm in the background listening if any of the mods need my whip. It's on the chair. I have a position open at my office. Come on down. There you go. You're where? Florida? I mean, maybe someone ought to start, a page and start, let's network jobs, for those who are unemployed. Networking, putting people together demographically, or, if there's a job there, then maybe time to pack up and move. There are jobs. Gonna eat. But check your text. I will. Irish, I will. Plus, no company going to lose talent over age. I don't think so anyway. West Coast, Florida, Jolene says. There's a job opening. What kind of a job? Can you say? I think the problem is all her wants are keeping her from paying her needs. She does not hold back on her wants. Yeah, so you got to wonder, are we supporting a lifestyle as far as wants versus needs? That is excellent. That is excellent. She works 3 days a week, just 4 hours a day, and complains constantly about that. I even taped her admitting that she had called out of work and lied to her boss. Jolene, my executive administrator is leaving after 10 years. She is so loyal and trustworthy. Okay, so Jolene is looking for an executive administrator. Okay, West Coast, Florida area. West something. I'm so bad at demographics. Can I know who you were talking about? Who, Muttley? So we could all pull together and offer our resources, right? We don't have to bash people. We can pull together and do something positive and offer our resources, our help through resources, ideas, makeup tips, right? Because it's, again, it's about, is it needs or wants, right? And then you got to wonder, well, do I invest my time in someone who's just overspending? But regardless, if we provide resources to a person, okay, if we teach them how to fish, as opposed to giving them fish, goes fitting pretty, and believe me, I used to adore her. So what happened, Motley? Bradenton, south of Tampa. Okay, so you guys in here, you might have a friend or family member who's looking for a job. Jolene Schindler is hiring. Geez, I wish I knew. Maybe I would have relocated Jolene. Because Lee could have bought me a house. She's in real estate. And I could have gotten a job with Jolene. CPA office. Yeah. So if someone has experience in administration, assistant administration, CPA office, okay, accounting, there you go. Yep, Lee can buy me a house. No, not buy. Sorry, that came out wrong. Lee, will you buy me a house? I'm e-begging. Will you buy me a house down in Florida? She can help me look for a home to purchase. And the houses are less expensive than they are in the East Coast, I'll tell you that. What I could buy if I sold my assets here. I probably wouldn't have a problem in Florida buying a home. I'd love the idea of pulling resources. That's right. Let's do it. Jolene, we'd never get any work done together, Pink. That is true. We wouldn't. You'd probably make me work from home. You have a rental house too that's vacant. Okay. There you go. Jolene has a house for rent. Oh my God, River, congratulations. Her house is being paid off next week. Wow. Good for you. Good for you. Absolutely. Congratulations. Is there a site that reaches a wide audience that acts as a consignment store? I have tons of kids' clothes. Is there a site? I know when I used to be on Facebook, this Facebook yard sale, I used to actually sell a few things on that and did very well. And I had to in order to pay a bill. And I got rid of this beautiful planter. It had like 6 tiers, 3 on each side. And it was cast iron. It was gorgeous. When I got that, I paid almost $200 for that. I sold it for $50. Mint condition. And I loved that planter. Oh my God, did I love it. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I put it on Facebook yard sale. Boom. I got a response probably within the hour, and I sold it the next day. What? You gotta do it. You gotta do 36 years of mortgages. It's ours. There you go. Good for you. That's a huge achievement. Oh my God. BBT, virtually unheard of to pay a house. Well done, right? People end up having to get second mortgages, loans. Yeah. My cousin in Jersey just started flea market, kids clothes, $130 in a couple of hours. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. So this Facebook yard sale. And of course, with every transaction you make, safety is first, right? You never want to have anybody come to your home, ever, ever. Not even in your driveway. It's a big house. It rents easily for $2,800 a month. How many bedrooms, Jolene? So you never want to have anyone meet you at your home. A lot of things we might have in our garage. Sure, it's in the garage. I'll meet you in my driveway. Never, ever. If it's something big that requires a truck, maybe you can share pictures or a video with them. You really got to be careful. And I would meet people in a public parking lot. I mean, a busy pub. And I always was nervous because I felt like people might think I'm doing a drug deal, right? Like, here you go, you got cash exchanging. And but no, really, you've got to meet them in a public, during the daytime, in a public parking lot. Thanks for the tip. Never used Facebook, but will now. Yeah. So anyone else know, aside from Facebook yard sale? Yeah, Facebook yard sale. And when you post, just don't post to your your district, because they go by like area, demographic areas. Also go outside your area a little bit too, because people will travel like an hour or even a half hour. So it goes by, certain communities. So extend it a little bit to other communities that may be out of your county, okay, that are, close to you. 4-bedroom, 3.5 baths. Awesome. In a marriage since 1986, been together through thick and thin since 1980, 18-year-old sweethearts. Oh, River, that's wonderful. So I'm trying to think aside from Facebook yard, Craigslist. I don't know. What do you guys think of Craigslist for selling stuff? So many creepy things have happened from Craigslist. My daughter used Facebook Market. It really helped declutter, and I let them have the money. It's my stuff. There you go. Craigslist is dangerous, yeah. Remember the Craigslist killer? That was in Boston. Yeah, I would try to stay away from Craigslist. If you want to sell stuff, just have a yard sale. Well, that is true. But I think like anyone who lives like in an apartment complex or a neighborhood like with an HOA that maybe not allow, like where I live, because there's a homeowners association, I have a house, we can't have yard sales. It's like, it's stupid, but we can have like a big yard sale, like up the street there's like a field. It's but I think it's easier to do it on Facebook yard sale. Yard sales are so 80s. And then you get the early birds. I did that once. You get the early birds that knock on your door at 6 a.m. when your yard sale's not till 8, you know? And I'm like, look at dude, there's nothing antique here that you're going to become a millionaire off of, trust me. And then you get the people who bargain. Let me tell you this story. It is funny. I had an Oriental rug. It wasn't like the real deal. I got it at this place called Building 19. It was a warehouse. It's like a Big Lots kind of place. It was in good condition. I paid probably $300 for it. This was back in the 90s. So I had it at my yard sale. And a woman came up. She was an Asian woman, very tiny, petite, older. She was very nice, very nice. And I had on a big sign, $50. $50. It was clear that it was $50. She said she wanted it. So I said, that's awesome. So we rolled it up, put it on top of her car. We provided rope, okay, and tied it really good on top of her vehicle. So when it came time for the transaction, I put my hand out, and she put 2 quarters in my hand, 50 cents. And I says, well, maybe she didn't understand my sign. I said, no, ma'am, it's $50. Oh, no, not worth it. She spoke perfect English, not worth it. I'll give you 50 cents. 50 cents. I was like, oh, my God. I said to my friend, Road, he was a good friend of mine. I go, get that rug off the roof of her car before she flies in her car and takes off. I've chased people. Believe me, someone came and like took my son's BMX bike that was not for sale that he left in front of our house one afternoon. And I heard this was after the yard sale. I heard a trunk close. I looked out, and this guy with his 8-year-old son in the car stealing my son's bike. And I chased him through the city. I chased him down. No time to call the cops. I went through red lights, stoplights, and I got him. He goes, I don't speak English. I don't speak English. I thought it was for free. I go, there wasn't a sign on it. There was nothing out there that would even say there was a yard sale going on. Yeah, 50 cents for an Oriental rug. I go, get that rug off right now. And we did, 50 cents. 50 cents off the roof. Yes, yard saleers think they can get stuff. Right, I don't have time for bargaining anymore. You know, at least on Facebook yard sale, you can put no something like no negotiations. They'll still negotiate, and it gets aggravating, but you still got to be nice. And I write in the description too, no, absolutely no negotiations. Some people will ask, but you just say no negotiations. And yeah, the yard sales, the bargaining, they're a lot of work too. No bargaining, that's it. Yard sale hunters are cray-cray, yeah. One time I did a yard sale at a church. I rented a table. That's another thing. If you got stuff to get rid of, church fairs, you can rent tables. I had so much crap on my table. I rented one table. This lady pulled up, opened up her trunk, and she goes, I'll buy everything. Everything. I go, but you don't even know what's here. She goes, I don't care. I'm buying everything. Like, okay. So it was like, I don't know. I think I made like $300. I'm like, go, take it. And she goes, just don't let my husband know. I'm like, lady, I don't even know your husband. I'm not saying anything. But her car like was filled with junk. She was definitely a hoarder. Building 19. No, they don't exist, BBT. BBT, have you heard of Spags? Building 19 bought out. Spags is out in, is it Worcester or Shrewsbury? On Route 9. People used to travel from all over to go to Spags. That was like a Building 19, really cheap. They would give tomato plants away for free once a year. Make your own garden during the seasonable weather. Grow your own vegetables. No bargaining. You'll see me at the next intersection asking for cash. Oh my God, spags. Yep, spags. That, you know what's there now is Whole Food supermarket. And they still got the spag sign up, but it's Whole Foods. Hi, Sumi. So there are ways. So yeah, it's the question of, are we supporting, or are people supporting a need or a want? And there's a link here. Anyone lurking? Anyone lurking? You can come up. People, when you offer help to people, I guarantee you my live is going to turn into, did you believe, did you see what Pink's live stream was about? Did you see what she was doing to me? Well, if you're going to put your life out there and your needs that you can no longer support yourself, guess what? Maybe you got people there who are willing to put you in the right direction. I need a laptop, but I ain't asking anyone for money. Yeah, people, I needed one too. I never asked for one. I just knew people liked, because every time I did my live, it was like, well, I couldn't do certain things because I just didn't have a laptop. And people, they're the ones that brought up the idea. And I'm like, I kept saying, no, no, no. But you know what? It's different if they want to, but did I go out there and say, I need a laptop? No, I couldn't. I could never do it. Never. I can't buy it myself, then I don't need it. And I'll tell you one thing. Do you know I do not have one credit card? I do not have one credit card. I always believed that if I didn't have the money, then I don't buy it. And that's when I became a single mom very young. I said, I am not going down that road. And to this day, I do not have a credit card. I can get one, but I refuse to do it. And I've had emergencies in my life, trust me. So I've learned to live, the way I live without, feeling I can just whip out my credit card. Not that I think I would abuse it. I know I wouldn't, but just the fact, the interest in just getting involved, paying off minimum payments, they're ridiculous. They are ridiculous. Only help people if you know for sure it's not a scam, right? And how do we know? How do we know that we're really helping a person and not supporting their needs rather than their bills? How do we really, really know? Especially if this is like every single month. Are they overspending? Or are they in a situation where they lost a job or whatever? Then they need to go in the direction wherever they live, that based on what they make. And if they say no, there's nothing out there, that's not true. There is always something out there. You may not like it. It may not meet your needs. But there are places out there. There are places you can live. It takes sacrifice and a little bit of being humble, right? Humility never hurt anybody. Of course you need proof these days. Same here with credit cards. We have them, but they're very low, and we are paying our home off next week. That's why I can't contribute to anyone on YouTube. And you shouldn't have to. You feel if you want to, that's one thing. Of course you come first. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've donated not a lot, and I don't even have a job. And that's something I have to be careful of, because, when situations pull in your heartstrings. But I know if I've donated and it hasn't been a lot, I make the sacrifice right then and there. It's like, okay, I put that into my budget. Okay, Pink, you shouldn't really have had to do it. You didn't have to do it, but you did it. What are you going to cut this week for corners? what's that saying? If you're going to donate, something about what they spend is not our right to judge. I forgot how it goes, but I don't agree. I learned my lesson. Expensive social media lesson. Yeah. Yeah. And every person that I've donated to, channel creators, especially in the past, I don't question where their money is going to. That was my choice to donate. But again, it's that asking to basically support someone's way of living month after month. Um, my son's juice business, see above pink. Hold on. Okay, here's what my son did. He's a musician. Money is always tight. He sold ice water bottles in downtown Boston during the summer. He made tons of money. Now he makes cold pressed juices. Good for him. You see? You see? Good for him. I eat first, and yes, I do have heartstrings. I've cried many times here on YouTube. I don't question, but there's a fine line. River, I've donated even to you, Pink. I know you have, honey, for flags for vets at the cemetery just before Memorial Day. That's sweet. That's sweet. Yeah, and a lot of people do want to when they donate. Some people are want to. It makes them happy to know that they could help someone or just say, hey, love your channel or whatever. But again, and I'm making it very clear, if you are going to donate to someone month after month after month, you have to ask yourself, are you supporting a want or need? And are you being a help or a hindrance in the long run? I didn't see it. What didn't I see? Oh, you mean just now? I don't understand what you. Hold on, honey. I don't. You're gonna have to rephrase. I don't want to take that comment out of context. Because when I go on StreamYards, even like I think when I did my lake or whatever, someone donated, and I'm not saying I know you didn't donate here, so I don't know what you're referring to, but I'm not always on YouTube if I'm on StreamYards. You were too busy trying to get out of the cemetery before they closed. Oh, okay, okay, honey. Well, thank you. Thank you. And I do, it gets to the point where, life gets busy. And I did see that. I did see that. So I just want to let you know, thank you. And thanks for reminding me. Thanks for bringing it up, sweetie. That's right. Can you imagine being locked into a cemetery? I will be back. Have to find my charger. Okay, Blaze. And there's a link. So, yeah, if anyone has ideas, like Jolene's son, sold ice water bottles in downtown Boston during the summer. And now he's making cold pressed juices. You were talking to the guy. Oh, was that at Walden Pond or the cemetery? Oh, no, you're right. It was the cemetery. You are right. It happened to me at Walden Pond, too. I had to like run all the way through, around the Walden Pond area up to the parking lot, thinking I was going to be gated in. And why do cemeteries close? Why do they close? I can't remember. It was a cemetery just a few days before Memorial Day. Had to be the cemetery. Walden Pond, was a while ago. It was probably a cemetery, yeah. There's always something you can do to make money. That is true. We all have talents. Whether you know it or not, you are talented. My son had no money and fought depression. He tried corp world. It was too much to work so, and so he found out he could do that. Worked for him. Being self-employed has helped his depression. Absolutely. Yard sales are a waste of time. Never had one before, but there's a big one here that's 50 miles here in my country. Months of work and probably made $100. Yeah. It's a crapshoot, yard sales. Because you don't know what people are looking for. And they are a lot of work. Oh my God. I remember put prices on every single little thing. Sometimes we call them tag sales. The little tags you'd buy in like an office supply store, the white tags with the little white string. Oh my God. And then they wouldn't pay the price anyway, what you wrote on it. So it was like, why bother? They are so much work. I love hearing success stories. Yeah. Maybe if they're earning it, they have great content and maybe you'd want to support their channel, no problem. But I can listen to myself, bitch, for free. I gave money and told you to buy some little flags for your next adventure. Yes, I remember. I remember, honey. And what I do is I do donate. And was it around Memorial Day? I usually donate to the support group that I belong to. But if it's something around Memorial Day or Veterans Day, I do donate to a benefit under my cousin's name who lost his life in Afghanistan. He was in the Army. Speaking of donations, the channel's a big fan. A few days ago, my daughter was on my work iPad and generously donated to, thankfully, a channel that deserved it. She did it repeatedly at $3 10 times. It was just days before Memorial Day. River Pink walked right into that one. Why do cemeteries close? Everyone's dying to get in. Bada boom. Sorry, just had to. Yeah, I knew someone would say that. As soon as I said that, I'm like, yep, someone's going to say something. I got to find a cemetery to bring you guys to. I want to go back to that Italian one with all those monuments. Let me check something. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Guess who's live? Talking about my live stream. Hi, guys. Hello. That's it. Create your own narratives. Oh, Hate Drama has a lot to say. And Mr. Pinko. Interesting. 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 A channel supporting E Begging. Yeah, nobody wants to try hard anymore. Analyzer. Nobody wants to try hard anymore. Imagine that, supporting e-begging. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Sorry, but when someone wishes me dead, I'm going to clap back. So you just do what you do, okay? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. When you make it public, it becomes our business. There's a link. Oh, it's okay, Pink. I get it. When I have extra money, I donate to charities benefiting animals. Actually, just took a stray cat in, and that's why I have the damn stupid yard sale to get him fixed. Yeah, and I know virtual. There are some places that will do it for free. Um, if you need your animal spayed or neutered. Yeah, we're not talking mean. Do they want us to go that direction? You put it out there that you can't pay your bills. Well, here are some ways you can do it. Here are ways that you can make things work for you. But then you've got to wonder, is this a need and not a want? I mean, is this a want and not a need? Okay? Because anybody who is in this situation that could very well be put themselves into a situation of homelessness, okay? And if you're going to bitch and you get somebody that's saying, look, I've got resources, I can help you, you know? I may not like who you hang around with or what you do on YouTube, but that doesn't define that I have hate for that person. Virtual, good luck with that. You'll find it's really, they have categories. Um, you'll find that it works pretty well. Every time I've done it, and I haven't done it in God since probably more than a year ago, when I sold that planter. Um, but yeah, it's been great for me. It's been really great for me. And even clothes, people put clothes on Facebook yard sale, baby items. Just go in there and take a look around. We're the types of people that make do. I don't believe any one of us are here lazy or spoiled. Hitting rock bottom would wake you up. It will wake you up quick. Yeah. Going to do it. I will let you know. Yeah, let us know how it works. There's got to be other places too you can do it. Again, I would not recommend Craigslist. That's really risky. Um, I can look and see what other places. I don't get involved like um, not eBay. Aren't there other places? What's that place where people do crafts? Oh shoot! Because people have told me over and over to put your soaps up there. Um, and I could only handle at that time. My website was up, and I didn't need like another. I had to shut my website down because the traffic was incredible. What's that place where everyone talks about where they go and there's pictures of people do their crafts, they sell things. Um, Etsy, yes. Thank you, Emily. Virtual Etsy, yes. But Etsy takes a percentage. I mean, that's what deterred me from that place, right? They take a percentage. So my soaps at that time, I was very cheap, $1 per ounce of organic soap. That was very, very cheap. And like it wasn't worth it for me for them to take a percentage of each sale of a $4 soap, just for the basic soap. I did personalized soaps. My soaps range from $4 to $6 at that time per ounce. So it was $1 per ounce. My Halloween soaps, I have a 3D skull, 10-ounce skull organic soap, and that would be like $10. Pink, what happened with the job you got? I have not spoken of it since the day you got it. I haven't started yet. I'm going through the whole. It's an intense background check, um, training. And it's not like start Monday. They have their schedule of trainings and stuff like that. So hopefully within a couple of weeks. We listed a broken 65-inch old school TV and had 30 people respond. We live in a corner and put it out where no one knows where we lived. That's another thing. If you want to get rid of something for free, especially if you live in the city, just put it out in your front yard or a little bit down the street from your front yard and put a sign free on it. It won't even be there long enough for the police to be like, oh, you can't do this. It will be gone. It'll be gone within minutes. 150 pound. Remember those flat screen TVs? People pick them up, fix them, and resell. Yeah, absolutely. So don't think if you have something broken, put it out there. Another, what's that saying? One man's junk is another man's treasure. Oh, Lise, I'm so sorry. How long have you been there? Hi, honey.
Not long, but no one's coming up, so it's me again.
Hi.
Well,
Lise, like my host. Hi.
I wanted to tell you some ideas that people I know have done through the years to make money.
Yeah, would love to hear that.
I have a cousin. She did it when she lived in Las Vegas. She was between jobs.
Yeah,
She just bought a bunch of lady panties, just hip hugger type,
yeah,
bikini type, not thong or anything. And
right.
she put rhinestones on them. She was selling them by the hundreds. She had
Really?
to get people to help her put rhinestones on them. They were going like hotcakes. Then I have another friend
Where in the
years ago.
panties were the rhinestones? Like around the
In
waist?
the front, yeah, like in the front. And, I didn't ask her specifically. She didn't put them on the butt. She just made a pretty design in the front. And, in the sun and you're at a flea market, they're sparkling all over the place.
Right. Right.
And, how much is a bag of rhinestones? I mean, $3, $4?
Yeah, yeah,
And then panties, they're cheap as could be, those kind, the nylon hip hugger type. You can get $1 a pair. She
right.
was selling them for like $20.
Oh my gosh.
So that carried her through. Then I have another friend whose husband worked repairing airplanes. And it was a smaller airplane company, private planes.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew how to fix them. And then the company went out of business. And so he started a painting business. No, he bought, and I can't tell you how people make money doing this. And if you're a woman and you're strong, which I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
what do you call it? The water pressure machines,
Um,
the pressure washing.
right, right,
Okay, you buy a pressure washer machine, a decent one. You could get one for $100 and just do driveways.
right.
But a good pressure washer machine, a good one, is like $250 maybe. And
Yeah,
then you could get these on QVC where you pay it monthly,
yeah,
or HSN. You go on their websites and you just start putting flyers. And I mean, to do a driveway is $150. I mean, this is quick money.
right.
I've
Absolutely.
had people knock on my door all the time. Do you need your driveway pressure washed? And sure, why not?
I have Lee. I've never seen a driveway pressure washed around where I live.
I get mine done like every 2 years.
Yeah, well, probably. Do you think it's because of where you live? Like,
No, it's because I like a nice clean driveway.
yeah. I've never thought of that. Like, I've never seen anyone pressure wash a driveway.
Yeah, I do. I get mine done. I like the way it looks. It's because I have a driveway. I had a color put in the cement taupe, so it's not just that gray, ugly concrete.
Right.
So it looks pretty when it's
Yeah.
pressure washed.
Yeah.
Another idea. This was something. When my girlfriend called me, her name is Neary. I couldn't believe it. I says, Neary, you're kidding me. You kidding me? All right, wait till you hear this. So her husband, that's how he started his business like 30 years ago. I mean, they own like 7 houses now. They have plenty of money to retire.
Yep.
And they were down to nothing. He bought that pressure washing machine like 30 years ago. That went into pressure washing and then a painting company. Then after that, with all the foreclosures, he got all those houses. And then he wound up with 5, 6, 7 workers under him. And then
Yep.
she gets to listen to this. She didn't work. She didn't have to work. She
Right.
took care of the business and the taxes, every quarterly taxes and the paying the people. So she was the bookkeeper, turned into a big company.
Wow.
She gets a phone call one day for her husband's painting. Do you clean? Do you clean? She said, clean what? We're a painting company. Well, there's a big it was a big business complex, like one of these 5, 6 story buildings.
Right.
We're calling because the cleaning people that cleans this whole building quit and we need somebody. And she didn't know she told me, I didn't know. She called me. We're very close friends because she called me when the call came, and I says, what'd you do? She says, I told her we clean. I says, what are you going to do? She says, I don't know. I'm going to go look at the building. Well, that turned into a huge business. She hired 6 ladies and she took care of that building and she wound
Wow.
up with another business.
Wow. Isn't that amazing, though? Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a way to make a buck in this country.
Yes. Yeah, and it's so much easier now because we have technology. You know, we have technology to advertise our business. You know, it's not impossible. It is not impossible.
And my cousin now, she is disabled and she takes care of her 3 grandchildren, just make sure they get on the bus. And then she makes sure they get off the bus and she gives them a little snack, make sure she does the homework. Because her daughter's like vice president of a bank or whatever, and she loves seeing her she loves it. But
Yeah.
she is disabled. And she was telling me she's so bored. I could use some extra money. I'm on disability. Her daughter, my second cousin, does help her. She's got a wonderful daughter. But she says, I just want to do something to go make a few dollars for myself. And she does all the laundry there, and the kids grow out of their clothes. So she kept all their clothes ironed and freshed and away. And I said to her, cuz, why don't you have a flea market near you? She started doing it. She's doing it for like 2 months now. And she's got to be there at 4 a.m. She's making $100 to $160 every Sunday morning.
There you go.
Clothes from her grandchildren that she washed and took care of, and this selling like hotcakes because everything looks like new.
Yeah.
And she thanked me so much. Thank you so much. What a great idea. I can't believe it.
Yeah. See, and especially crafts, like that idea with the underwear and putting rhinestones on it,
Yeah, she sold hundreds.
Yeah, people will buy stuff. People will buy stuff. If you knit, especially with the winter coming up, hats, gloves, Christmas.
Yeah, another thing too, there's a lot of old people, elder people that can't cook for themselves, can't drive to the store. I mean, that's another thing. People, you can offer your services to, a community.
This is what you do for that. You go to senior centers, okay?
Right. And you put a little
if they have
sign
a
up
board, yeah, you can offer, say that you're a companion. Or to do food shopping because a lot of people, their children work, they can't always be there for their parents. You can what else? Senior centers, You can put an ad in Craigslist for it. Restaurant. There's a pub down the street from me. I used to do house cleaning after I did my nursing job. Um, because there was an opportunity for my son to go to France when he was in high school. And
Mhm,
I would go into these restaurants. Some of them had bulletin boards, like in the foyer when you first walked in. I made up
mhm.
business cards for house cleaning, um,
Right.
and I didn't have a website. I just, made up simple business cards and put them on the bulletin board. One time I was at the mall, I made up flyers for housekeeping. I got 3 jobs from just putting.
Another thing is after school care. Parents are really stuck
Yep,
with after school care, and then there's so many times the kids are off from school. I mean, so babysitting is always an option, and it pays very well. I mean, I don't do it, but I know people that do, and it pays exceptional.
yep. Emily says pet and house sitting. Yep, dog walking. Oh my God, a friend of mine, her daughter, college graduate. She's a dog walker in New York City. In New York City, she makes about $3,000 a week just walking dogs.
Yeah. Then I had another friend. I'm talking years ago. She was stuck and strapped. Her husband had gotten laid off,
Yep,
and she did it legally. She was allowed to watch up to 5 children, so she took care of babies. She was pulling in $600-700 a week in the '80s.
right.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
she followed the rules. She got licensed to do it. They come check the house. You have to have a certain room and certain stuff. And she was making so much money, she had to turn children away. She did it for a couple of years, so they got on their feet. Then they
yeah,
sold that house, and then they moved to the West Coast, from the East Coast to the West Coast. So there's always a way to make money, you know.
right.
That Poshmark. I mean, everybody's got something nice in their closet, and all the packaging is free. You just go to, you can get all the packaging online.
Mm-hmm.
All the packaging, every box is free. The person buying the item is paying for the shipping.
Right, right.
All you have to do is put a picture of your item on Poshmark. There's always a way to make a buck.
Yeah, there is. There is. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. A lot of us have been there. And
Yeah,
yeah,
everyone's been there. I
yeah. Now
mean, to
I'm getting
me,
ideas. Now I'm getting ideas. I mean, you brought up that underwear thing. I'm like, oh my God, you know?
yeah, she really, really, really sold hundreds of them.
Yeah. Poshmark, to be honest with you, I've never heard of them.
Well,
Um,
go on there. It's
yeah.
Poshmark. And then you could also go on you. I mean, I haven't done it. I'm just saying, I browse all kinds of things. And I even watched some YouTube video. People are making big dough on Poshmark because after
Wow.
they sell everything in their closet that they don't want, then they start shopping on, at Goodwill and stuff like that.
Right.
They find out what the market is buying. I mean, any item you have in your closet, Pink, has a name on it. And you could just go into Poshmark and do a search and you'll know what that item is selling for.
Yeah. I have so many clothes.
Well, you're doing Poshmark
Yeah.
for extra
Yeah.
money for Hawaii.
Right. Right. I do. It's, I've been the same size basically my whole life, so it's not like I've been going out buying clothes. You keep them long enough, they come back in style, right? And but yeah, I used to, I've got clothes from Chico's that I don't wear anymore.
Oh, Chico's is a big seller on Poshmark.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, on Poshmark YouTube videos how to do Poshmark. It's so simple. All you got to do is go in, get a name and a password, take a picture of the item, and that's it. Put it right on there. And then you just go online, and all the packaging is free from the United States Post Office.
Right.
Every box you can imagine: shoe box, coat box, buckle box.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
jewelry. I mean, and then Poshmark sends you the label. You print the label because don't forget, it's the buyer paying for everything.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, so you got all that stuff, a lot of stuff you're not wearing. It's probably still in beautiful shape.
It is. It is.
Hang them up, take a nice picture, put it on Poshmark.
Let me I'm gonna post a link to Poshmark in here. Let me just go there.
I went on Poshmark just for the heck of it because I have a lot of things that my daughter took a lot of my things from the 70s,
Yep.
anything retro, and she wears and enjoys. But I have a pocketbook that, there's certain things you don't want to part with. And I said, it's one of these saddlebags from the 60s. It looks brand new.
Yep.
And I found similar ones on Poshmark from that era. It's like $250 for that pocketbook. I said, and I was going to give this to Goodwill. No, no.
So is it just clothes and accessories?
Pocketbooks, clothes. Now, yeah. Children's clothes and stuff would have to be eBay. But Poshmark is clothing, pocketbooks, shoes.
Okay. All right. So I can't post the link because hold on, select
Well,
all.
anybody could just go Poshmark. It's POSA.
Poshmark.com. Poshmark.com.
That's it. Yeah. Just
Here you
go
go.
through your closet.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful blouse. I don't wear it anymore. I went on Poshmark just to see if something. I have so much clothes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got 3 giant closets full of clothes and a bunch folded on my bed. Okay. Because I don't throw things away either. And I take very good care of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just for the heck of it took a picture of I didn't do Poshmark, but I'm just saying it's something to think about. So I just hung one of my blouses in like a lot of lights, and
Yep.
the arms are lace, and it's a beautiful fat, and it's the picture came beautiful. So I'm going, wow, that shirt looks really good.
Yeah, right?
Wow, that's gonna sell for easy $20. I must have it for 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's brand new looking.
I have a lot of where did I get them from? Maybe it was from Talbert's or Lord and Taylor. A lot of blazers.
Oh
Uh,
my God, those sell too. See, you have name brands. You put Lord and Taylor blazer.
yeah,
That's it. Post a picture up.
yeah.
And just get on the United States Post Office site. Order any boxes you want. You could order 500 boxes of all different sizes for free.
Wow.
The only thing you're probably going to have to buy is tissue paper, and some people don't even use that. Because I was watching a lot of videos on this. Because I was going to have, a garage sale and put clothes on a rack and knickknacks. And garage sale to me is dangerous.
Pink has really nice clothes. I hugged her in them. Ah, yeah. I came from work when I met you, Jolene, and yeah, it was business casual. Um, but yeah, I just have clothes there that I just don't want to wear anymore. I've had them for a long time.
Well, check out
They're,
Poshmark. I
they
can't
are in
wait
good
to.
condition because my career, I was in scrubs for years. So it's not like
Mm.
I wore these clothes every day.
I think you're going to make quite a few dollars on Poshmark.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. See, guys? Poshmark. Clothes, jewelry, men's, and there are kids' clothes now.
Oh, there's kids' clothes now in there?
Yeah, Emily just said that. Yeah,
Okay, because when I looked, there was no kids' clothes. That's good.
yeah. Emily says add a thank you note in your sale too.
Yeah, you could add a personalized thing in your channel if you have one.
You know what I could, someone like me, I could put a sample of my soap in there as a thank you.
Here you go.
Yeah,
And they could personalize an order for the soap.
yeah,
This way you could do the soap as ordered.
yeah.
Here's a sample of my soap.
I love that pink top Pink was wearing one day. Looked like a Jackie Kennedy top. A pink top. Hmm. Looked like a Jackie Kennedy top. Was it a shirt or a my God, see, I don't even know what I have. Isn't that awful? I'm like pink top. And I usually don't wear pink. Actually, pink is not my favorite color. um, I used to be like a black. All my clothes used to be like all black at one point. You know, because I couldn't branch out to like colors or especially prints. And I've started to like the past few years go with print tops now. But I stayed away from prints for the longest time. I just associated them with like the elderly all the time. I don't know why, like big flowers and but yeah, I've been going that route with trying to like do more prints in my wardrobe. It's folded off the shoulder, River says. Folded off the shoulder. I'll have to go look for it.
Dig in that closet.
Right?
And another thing too, I have every single coat I've had from the '60s forward, and
Yeah.
I've given some away to family, like
Hmm.
suede, because I don't live up north anymore. But I still kept all my leather jackets.
Right. A lot of sellers will give discounts on bundles, throw in a pair of socks or an extra item.
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff put on Poshmark.
How new is that site? Has it been around a while or
Does anybody know? Maybe somebody could Google when was Poshmark created
mm,
or established.
River? Kind of a boat neck. Oh, okay. But the other day, I love those tops that have like the well, she calls it a boat neck. I don't know. It's Jackie Kennedy, yeah, used to wear those kind of tops where the collar is like folded over and it like goes across the chest. I don't know what they're called, but oh my God, I love them. I love those kind of tops.
Well, River Fox says Poshmark's been around for at least 10 years.
Really? Jeez. All
And
right.
Emily says a lot of sellers will give it, yeah, which you said, discount on bundles, throw a pair of socks, an extra item.
Yeah.
So people know about it. I mean, I just found out about it, maybe 6 months, a year ago,
Yeah.
because I started going through my closet. Gee, I'm not wearing this anymore, but this is too nice to do. I've donated so much stuff when I moved. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even describe it.
I've
A
donated
lot.
a lot of stuff to Savers.
Yeah, I donated a lot, but what I have left, I'm thinking I might wear again, or like you said, it comes back in style again.
Yeah. Especially if you say the same size, you know.
Right.
Um yeah.
Yeah, so it's something I'm considering.
Well, have you actually done it, Lee?
No, 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 it's something I'm considering.
Yeah, okay.
Like my daughter's coming. She's going to spend the night in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to show her a few things, like that saddle bag, see if she wants it. Because most of those things she likes and takes. But
Yeah.
I got my fringe vest from the '60s, and I wore it when my daughter was in the show hair.
Oh wow.
And I had flower wreath around my head and bell bottoms that I
Cool.
had for years, and the suede closed shoes. And they actually took me up on stage at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I told my daughter, "No, you're crazy. Come on up, mom." At the end when they, at the end when they all sing. Yeah.
All right, Julie. Yeah, Julie and I get her confused with quilting crime sometimes. Okay. And two, what you have in your closet, you may look at a really old bag, like a pocketbook, right? And think, God, like this is either out of style or, nobody will want it. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do they bargain, Emily? Do they bargain on that site? Is it like you put a price up and that's it? Or is it back and forth emails? Like, well, will you take this and that?
Emily, 80% of her wardrobe is from
Yeah.
Poshmark.
Yeah.
You should come up on panel and tell us all about it.
Right. Being there, why didn't you call me? You want me to call you right now? Someone came in here and I plan on calling you after I sent you an email a couple of hours ago. Go look on Hangouts. Yeah, I see her. I know. I thought we were going to connect this weekend. All right, I'm going to end this. All right, I need
That's fine.
being there. I'll call you. Okay, I'm going to go, guys. All right.
Okay, bye for now, everyone. Thank you, Pink.
Okay, thanks everybody for coming in. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night.